This conversation we had on HBCU Spotlights video with nation's top linebacker go to Jackson State. So basically, the way the string goes is, what's the narrative? And then he finally showed up. I just think it's damaging to push the idea that people should do something based solely on the color of their skin. So, what does that mean for this discussion?
HBCUs are only for black students.
Racially divisive.
Ghetto.
Run down.
Lower class.
All the students there are black. Irrelevant.
My parents were kind of like nervous. People said I wouldn't fit in.
We have never discriminated against anyone who wanted to come to get an education.
Does historically black mean exclusively black?
No, it's a statement of history and not of current execution. They were created to educate the children and descendants of freed slaves to produce teachers, preachers, and farmers. In the 40s and 50s, there's still a navigable space of segregation, but you're starting to see the formation of the black middle class. And everything we know to be black wealth, black political capital, black cultural influence, affirmative visualizations of blackness in America started at our campuses.
Today, 11% of HBCU students are white, and there's a growing number of Latino, Asian, and international students. Delaware State University started out as the State College for Colored Students. Its first classroom was a former plantation house. Fast forward to 2016, and this is their women's tennis team. University President Dr. Williams says non-black students have always been welcome.
HBCUs are the only higher education institution that did not put any discrimination standards in the door to say you can't get in.
Despite their original purpose, today only 8% of black college students go to HBCUs. Some HBCUs have financial incentives from the state to meet diversity quotas. And demographic shifts have turned others majority white. Does diversity ultimately affect the stated mission of an HBCU?
Sometimes people think that because you have white people on your campus that you got to change. You don't have to change. Don't run away from your heritage. Why do we have in our mission statement that it's a black institution? Because that's part of our history. That's what we stand for.
Yeah, folks. So, looking back, the narrative is always what other people are going to say, right? The old saying was, never let me affect your self-image. We have let other people portray their image on ourselves. And what I mean by that is 8%, that number was drastic. 8% of all African-American college students go to HBCUs. That's the number we're reaching out to. And now that we're reaching out to those numbers, people are perceiving that we are being racist to tell them you should check out an HBCU. When it comes to people my generation, we know HBCUs are basically a different world. We go there, we're relaxed. There's nobody really pressuring us to not be ourselves, not conform. But the perception outside of our own community, outside of our own bubble, is very different. A bunch of what they call us unintelligent militants. That's what they are calling us behind our back. Because they say we want people only to come to HBCUs. That's not the case. An education is an education. What we're striving to get people to understand is you can also come to a HBCU. You can also get a quality education, a safe education at a HBCU. As well, you can play damn good sports at an HBCU and get into the league. That's what we're trying to get through to people's head. Now, maybe they know this, and they keep putting that perception out there to maybe discredit what we know. So what do you think? Is it racist to go to a HBCU? Is it racist to ask a college kid, hey, come down to Jackson or FAM or Alabama A&M or Grambling or Southern? Is that a racist thing to ask? Coach Simmons, I'll let the comments decide this one. I'm out.